What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and I am back in the building. This time, honey, I am back for a recap of Married to Medicine. This is season 7, episode 6. All I have to really say, you guys, with this episode is I don't fucking like Mariah. I don't fucking like that bitch. I try to be fair with people, when shows first come back on. Okay, this season, let me try to give this person a chance. And the people that I never like, I just never really like them. Even when I try to give them a chance, they ruin it with their fucking mouth. All I have to say is, I just don't like the bitch. I feel like she's guilty. When it comes to those drug accusations, you guys, she's guilty of that. And what you see is a person that has gotten caught up, because it's just like now she's on some shit where she wants to play victim, and those bitches are coming for me, and oh my God, why are they coming for me like that? And it's just not right. And those bitches, they hate me so much, and they know I'm not a cokehead. They know I would never do. Bitch, don't nobody in life know what you would ever do. Nobody is up your ass like that. Maybe your husband, he probably do the shit too. I'm just saying, it's just like, I knew what she was trying to do. I know a victim playing manipulator when I see one. Okay? I already saw what the bitch was doing. I saw the shit that she kept doing with Jackie. Mariah, Jackie does not like you, bitch, but she's trying to be cordial with your motherfucking ass, okay? She's trying to be the bigger person, and like she said at one part in the fucking episode, there's like nothing I do is ever good enough for Mariah. I could try to be nice. If I tell people to leave her alone, that's not good enough. If I say nothing at all and I'm neutral, that's not good enough. And I feel that way. I feel like she wants to keep coming for Jackie. Now, can Jackie be shady and and subtle with her shade and this, that, and the other? Yeah. Jackie has that in her. I mean, we are all humans, you guys, and we all got bad qualities. It don't matter how much of the good girl you try to play, how much of the good guy you try to play. We all have positive and negative traits. But I don't feel like Jackie is a bad person. I just really don't read that. Maybe a little boring, maybe a little stiff, maybe a little dry, but she's not a bad person that goes around trying to hurt people on purpose. Whatever she said about Mariah on the podcast, saying that, the whole thing with Quad saying Mariah was on drugs. She was repeating something. Maybe she didn't say it the proper way. It's whatever. If the shit is not true, then why do you care, Mariah? If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But you cannot let this drug thing go. And you know what else I noticed? This is how I know Mariah is guilty of this shit. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, because I am a person that has lived life and I watch people, you guys. Okay, I got my good eye on them. Mariah, if you have noticed, she has not came at Quad about those accusations about Quad sleeping with her sister's husband anymore. I have not heard that. Because you would have thought she would have really came at Quad and would have been like, well, bitch, I saw you fucking him. You was doing this. You didn't even see her. You saw her in a t-shirt, and then you go say she smelled like your brother-in-law, so you assume they had fucked. Bitch, get out of here with that whack ass shit. You never really saw her do that. But what I noticed, you guys, and this is how we know this bitch is a liar. This is why Heavenly cannot stand that bitch. And some of y'all got me fucked up, because y'all will be like, I can't stand Heavenly's ass. Heavenly, in my opinion, you guys, whether you like her or not, she's not a liar. Mariah is a liar. All that shit she made up about Dr. Damon last season just to apologize, that bitch ain't never had no receipts. She brought her ass on Watch What Happens Live. Oh, I just want to let their family live. No, you want to let their family live because you don't really have any shit on on Dr. Damon. He does not carry himself in a messy way where I see him jeopardizing his life with his wife and his kids. He is a really stand-up guy. Damon, to me, is probably one of the best husbands on here, honestly. Did y'all see those little homecoming pictures on the internet with Dr. Heavenly's daughter, Alora? That girl has grown up to be such a beautiful young lady. That girl looks like Dr. Heavenly 2.0, honey. Beautiful girl. Okay, so let's rewind, you guys, and make it plain. We see everybody packing up for Savannah. We all know that the ladies on Real Housewives of Atlanta, I think it was season 6, they went to Savannah too and had a crazy ass time. So that's where our Married to Medicine ladies are headed. They started out with Mariah and her simp ass husband Aiden packing up and shit. Toya packing up, looking a fool. Okay, so we see Dr. Damon and Heavenly, they end up talking about Toya's party, all the naked men there. Damon said he wasn't feeling that, and then he heard that Heavenly got picked up. He wasn't feeling that either. All I have to say, you guys, Dr. Damon and Heavenly, they got, in my opinion, the best relationship on here. I think that they are very cute with each other. I love how he was jealous of the fact that another man picked up his woman. And, you know, I liked Heavenly and what she was saying. Now, Heavenly, girl, I don't believe you. You know you my girl, but I know you like when that young man picks you up, girl. And Heavenly, you are crazy because there's a scene in here where you kept saying, oh, I didn't even want to look at them, and I didn't know it was going to be all of that. And then they showed like a part, you guys, where she was asking the guy to come over so she could further look at his dick. Come on, Heavenly. You know you wanted some of that chocolate, girl. Okay. So we're at Dr. Jackie's house. All the girls are meeting up there. They're going to have them some breakfast before they head out to Savannah. And I love Dr. Jackie's house. She's like pissing me off though that you keep like tearing shit up in the house, Jackie. Goddamn. Shit. How you gonna tear down a nice house? Everybody looking at her and shit like, oh, you still got more to tear down? Like, what did you doing, girl? I love the outfit Mariah had on. That bitch, she knows how to dress too. I'll give Mariah that with her lying ass. But I love the outfit she had on when she came to Jackie's house. She looked really nice. Heavenly looked really nice. I love that color on Heavenly. Really pretty. It was so funny when Cecil came in with Simone and he announced to all the ladies, Buffy is there too. He announced to Heavenly, Mariah, Jackie, Buffy, everybody, and he's just like, hey, the guys, you know, while you guys are gone, you know, we're gonna have a whole sip and paint. And the ladies was like, oh hell no, y'all not. Let them men go on to the strip club. Y'all got to do the little sip and paint. And ladies, y'all need to do more of that, okay, on this show. The naked men, I am here for it. All that chocolate all spread out and shit. I'm here for that type of shit. Miss Robinson is here for that. Okay, y'all let the men, I think the men are gonna end up going to a strip club. I don't have an issue with it. I mean, you know, just because you're in a relationship with somebody, that does not mean that you only are attracted to them. There are other men and women out in the world you find attractive, you may want to look at, you know. Hey, it is what it is. As long as you ain't cheating, okay? As long as you ain't sticking that thing in somebody else's thing, then everything should be all well and good. I'm just saying. They talk about how Aiden is the one that told all the guys. Aiden, you guys, is the definition of a simp, okay? He is Mariah's puppet. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. If that works for their relationship, then so be it. But he always runs, tells all the guys, you know, what his wife then told him. You know, if anybody's husband should have been called a bitch, I think it should have been Aiden. You know, because to me, he's the one that does most of the gossiping, you know, with the men, you know, like getting shit started, reporting back what the women did. You know, Mariah knows the type of man that she has. Quad and Contessa, they come in together. Quad. The outfit is fine. The bag you had, fine. You know, Quad is sharp, you guys. She is so sassy. But like I said, you guys, Quad looks better with her hair in a bob or with long hair. She is not somebody that could pull off the short, especially not in that color. And it's just too short, and it's a no. And I don't like how all the ladies are lying to her. Oh, you look so sharp. Oh, this look good. Girl, stop lying. Dr. Jackie, you's a damn lie. You ain't cooked nothing. She's announcing to Quad and them that she didn't cook all that food. Girl, no, you didn't. You bought that food, and that's okay, girl. So the ladies get ready to get on their little party bus heading to Savannah. So they're on the bus, and they're all talking about girl codes and guy codes and how Aiden, like I said, was blasting all the business around that there were naked men at Toya's party. Then they got into, did anybody touch any of the penises? Mariah, your lying ass, you sat there with a straight face. Heavenly did. See, your lies, they're going to catch up with you, okay? That's why you so scared about them drug allegations, because you know the shit is true, and you know certain people are going to look at you differently. I'm not going to look at you differently. If you a lying ass bitch, I don't care whether you do drugs or not, you a lying ass bitch. I don't give a fuck. But Mariah, if I were you, I would be very quiet, okay? Because it looked like your slip is showing, okay? Ain't that what you told Dr. Jackie? Oatmeal pie face. That's what you told Dr. Jackie, honey. Your slip is showing. And this whole episode, you guys, this bitch was so obvious. Heavenly is funny. She said that I was offended that little boy picked me up. Toya was like, girl, you was happy that boy could pick you up. That was funny. Babe, Toya and Heavenly, I didn't see this shit coming, but they end up getting into it. Everybody congratulates Toya on her new house. And Heavenly was like, congratulations or whatever. And then Toya was like, but we still own our second house. Toya, I need you to stop bragging, okay? Because you motherfuckers, you and that husband of yours, okay? Y'all were just in debt. And Toya, you just need to humble yourself and be glad that you got out of that situation. And you don't need to be talking money with Dr. Heavenly, somebody that has owned her own practices and shit. Her husband got a whole bunch of shit going on. Matter of fact, her husband is the one to help your husband get a job when he came to Atlanta. But that's neither here nor there. Okay? I love that Heavenly told Toya, girl, bye. You act like owning a house is a big accomplishment. I got a house. Toya was like, it's only worth $50,000. Toya, the fact that you brought money into it and you wanted to say that, she only got a $50,000 house compared to what? Y'all spending a couple of mil on this house. You're bad with money anyways. You know what I'm saying? You and your little tax debt situation. We know you ain't good with the coins. We ain't never heard any bad financial situations happening to Damon and Heavenly. We have never heard that. So I just felt like you really should keep your mouth closed, okay? But I love what Heavenly said. I make 3 times of what you make, honey. And she's on this show, so she got way more money than you, Toya. But she's such a businesswoman about her shit. She's not. Toya is in that boat, you guys, where Toya is not used to money, so everything she acquires, she has to brag about it. She has to tell you how much money she spent on it. She is one of those black people that they're not used to nothing, so they need to announce everything that they've did or everywhere they've went, or this bag costs $5,000. Oh, this bag costs $20,000. Like that sound, when people get to talking like that, they sound stupid to me. And then we know your history with money, so you really making yourself look bad. Okay? Heavenly, shut you down, girl. And Heavenly and Damon can have a house, Toya, as big as yours if they wanted to. Okay? I love what Buffy said in her confessional. Buffy said that people with money, they don't talk about it like that. She said wealth whispers, and I agree with that. I've been around some of the brokest people. Motherfuckers is homeless, raggedy ass cars, And they will sit in your face. I actually had one sometime last year, sat in my face and said, oh, well, you ain't got this, you ain't got that. Bitch, you don't have a place to stay. Okay, you sleeping on somebody's couch. So how you gonna tell me what I should be out here buying? And then this person would brag, I can afford this, how can you afford anything and you're homeless? Like, let's get some perspective. But people are very delusional, you guys, like Toya out in the world. They really feel like they are doing it. And Toya, I hope you are saving your money, and you really need to start a business, okay? You need to start a party planning business. You need to start some type of after school program with your sons, or some type of, what is she, a teacher, you guys? She needs to use her degree. Like, she needs to have more irons in the fire instead of just bragging about spending money all the time. So the ladies end up drinking or whatever. Simone is not sexy at all, you guys. She's attractive, but she just was trying to twerk on the ladies. You ain't got enough ass, Simone. You ain't got it, girl. So Jackie tells all the ladies on the bus, hey, get familiar with the house, get dressed. I want everybody to wear white. And, I was like, here we go. So Jackie pretty much pairs up all the girls with everybody that everybody get along with. We already know who that is, and I will not be repeating it, okay? It's too much juice in this episode, and I got to get right to it, okay? So we are at Jackie's tent meeting. All the ladies look really nice, all dressed in white. And then we get this issue with Contessa. And Contessa had to dig in your ass last week. Yeah, I had to get on your ass because I didn't like how you are acting so passive, aggressive, and dismissive with your husband. And it looked like you was up to your old tricks. So Contessa gets this message from Scott. She has Toya, of all people, read it. I was like, are you sure, Contessa? But okay, we started off on a new leaf. Okay. Anyway, Scott lets her know he wants to go to his best friend's party. I guess it's out of town to celebrate his 50th. I guess he'll leave on a Thursday and be back in a couple of days. Do I see it as a big deal? No, that man has been at home, Contessa, with them bad-ass rugrats. The man need a break. Okay, he need to go out and drink. Hang with the boys. Remember why he's a man. It's too much. And Contessa, you're very selfish because you end up saying, oh, well, I wanted to go to school. And, I guess those are the type of things that he couldn't do when I was in school. And okay, so you withdrew from school to throw it in his face, to make him feel guilty, about what? Having a life or wanting help with the kids. Like, you did the whole school thing the wrong way. What you should have did was hired extra help. It's not like both of you guys are doctors. You all had the money and you just wanted to throw a goddamn temper tantrum, quit your program so it makes him feel guilty. I'm glad that Toya called your ass out. I'm glad Jackie called your ass out and was just like, you're being selfish. You're putting yourself in a situation to be resentful later. And, I'm really glad that they checked her on that. And I like what Toya has said about her and her husband. They don't make any moves without each other. If he trying to do something, she trying to do something, maybe they'll just put it off, and just check back in when it's the right time for both of them. And that is how you orchestrate a marriage. And I am kind of shocked that Contessa and Scott are having these issues because I kind of thought that their, marriage was ride or die and they were really these strong partners. And, they still are a respectable enough couple, you guys. Every relationship has its issues, but I'm just not understanding Contessa's way of dealing with her husband. Like, I don't understand why you are working against this man when you should be working with him. But you gotta allow the man to have a life and have fun. He don't want to just deal with them badass rugrats all day, okay? And I like how Contessa listened and, she pretty much heard what they were saying and, she agreed and moved on. So that's cool. But Contessa, are you going to really apply it? So we'll see how the season goes. You guys, you never know with these women. So Jackie pretty much lets the ladies know, I want to do a healing with you all to try to repair our relationships, get us all back on the same page. And y'all know Jackie is really good for that. And I really do think it's an honest intention of hers. But that stupid ass Mariah, she reminds me of the rebellious kid in the classroom that just has to interrupt the kumbaya moment, because she begins saying, oh, well, it's nice, Jackie, that you're trying to do that, but I feel like it's all smoke and mirrors. Bitch, do you want to work on solutions, or do you want to just focus on problems? Which one? So Mariah is a fucking brat. She just wants to whine, act like a kid, remind everybody she's a fucking executive producer that got voted off of her own show, honey. Okay, you didn't even have a Shawnee O'Neal title all like that, Mariah, because you would have stayed your ass on the show. But no, they voted you off, girl. Okay, they was filming without you, and they will film and do well without you. I don't think that this show needs Mariah all like that. She just brings a lot of negative energy, you guys, and she can be fun and can be positive sometimes, but it's just like, bitch, I just really feel like Mariah is not happy in her life. I really do. And Mariah, like I said, you fucked up when you came for Quad like that. See, I hate when people, and I know this, guys, more than anybody, people will come for me, right? I don't bother nobody. Motherfuckers will say this, that, and the third to me, dogging me out, trying to say shit, negative shit, and then I say one thing, and I'm that way. You come for me, I'm like Tyson on your ass. I'm knocking your ass out in that first within the first 5-10 minutes, okay? I'm like that. I'm a knockout fighter, okay? So I'm gonna get your ass together. And then, you want to play victim. Oh, why you say that? Oh, that's not true. No, I did. Like, you started it, bitch. You should have never accused this woman. I don't care if the shit is true or not. I don't think it's true, because you're a liar. Okay, you've proven yourself to be that time and time again. But, like, you can't start shit with people, and then when the shit is on you, you want to play victim, and you want to make everybody else feel bad for what this person said. Y'all need to stop her from saying these things about me. And y'all let her say. They don't have no control over Quad. Quad is a grown-ass woman. Like, I did not understand how she kept trying to. See, to me, you are showing yourself to be guilty because you trying too hard. And you guys, the whole drug thing would have probably went over everybody's heads, the ladies' heads, the people that watch this show. Yeah, you may remember it, but it was like, okay, the bitch said, you did drugs, she caught you doing it, and then, okay, we're over it, we don't care. But the fact, Mariah, that you keep bringing the shit up, okay, the fact you keep reminding us and you're crying and being all extra and shit, like, bitch, I cannot. Okay, so Jackie ends up addressing the girlfriend codes of, don't tell lies on your girlfriends and other people in the group, this, that, and the third. Okay, pretty much self-explanatory. Quad. The fact that you let that motherfucking Lisa throw that drink in your face, bitch, I would have fucked Lisa's ass up. You just let that lady throw a drink all in your face. Did y'all see that playback clip from the past of when Lisa, her and her annoying ass husband, they was on the show? When they was on the show, you guys, I was so fucking annoyed with them. She was so insecure. She just was she was too much, you guys. Like, but Quad, why did you let that lady do that? And they show all these clips from the past of Mariah lying. Quad, I guess you had told a fib or two yourself, but to me, Mariah and the lying just stands out the most. And of course, I think this is going to be my thumbnail of what she does the most. Poking them lips in and having her damn eyes closed while they talking about the damn lying. She don't want to address that. And Mariah, you and your confessional talking all this shit about Jackie, I thought you all made up. This is how much of a little girl she is, you guys. And anybody in their reviews that take up for this bitch, I'm giving you the side eye, okay? There's a lot of reviewers, oh, I just love Mariah. They will see all the nasty, negative, stupid ass shit this bitch does. Oh, she just keeps it so real. Oh, if that's real, then I wonder what's fake to you, okay? That's a question, but Mariah's full of shit. You already made up with Jackie. You still shouldn't have so much disdain in your heart for her. Like, to me, she kept trying to come at her and shit. Like, girl, bye. Okay, so they get on this one girl code rule with Quad. Quad, I guess, wrote something along the lines of, hey, I don't want people, coming at me any kind of way, about my divorce, saying, oh, well, is your divorce final? And oh my God. And she had used some stupid example of a fork, but we all know what she's hinting at. She's mainly talking about her relationship issues. And she was basically saying, I don't need to tell you guys my whole life. It's not my responsibility to tell you every little thing that's going on with me. And I agree with Quad. Everything is not for everybody. Everybody's not going to be supportive. I don't care if these bitches are on this show together or not. Like some of them are just not friends like that. Toya and Quad are two different women. So, you could share just little quick stuff. Yeah, because Quad ended up answering Toya's question of, is your divorce final? Quad said, we agreed to some things and kind of pretty much left it at that, and Toya was satisfied. And that's how it should be. I wouldn't tell all these bitches all my information because we see how these bitches act on this show. So Buffy ended up writing a girl code rude, and she's basically asking for women to accept her success. She feels like a lot of women have been in and out of her life, and they've always been very jealous of her. I'm sure a lot of us women can relate to that. And I really wasn't feeling the shit that Toya was saying. Well, maybe, they are not jealous of you. It's just the fact that, you can't keep women friends because you think you're up here and they are down here. Toya, you are one to talk like that because didn't you just tell Heavenly all she had was a $50,000 house and you got this nice over $2 million house or whatever the fuck? So, like, girl, make it make sense. And I feel like Buffy brought up a really good point, and we really don't talk about that in the African American community, about how hard it is to make friends with other Black women. There's so much jealousy, there's so much competition, and none of that belongs in a friendship. It doesn't belong in a man-woman relationship. It definitely does not belong in a woman-to-woman friendship. Just the hate, because you are killing it, because you are successful. Maybe you're married, your other friends are not married. Women are very petty, you guys, and they will be jealous of that. And I'm speaking on this because I feel like for most of my life, women have been very jealous with me. And I actually get along better with men. I do have a couple of women friends in my life, and they are cool as shit. But, I just always, for the most part, I get a lot of hatred, I get a lot of jealousy, and I really believe Buffy with what she is saying, because sometimes, it can get lonely, especially if you're a woman and you want to share your experience of being a woman, being a mother, being a working mother, maybe dating, you want to share that experience with another woman, and people are looking at you like, well, bitch, why you ain't got these friends? And, everybody's not going to have 5 and 6 friends because some of these bitches out here are jealous. And there are other women out here that don't get that. They just don't, well, it must be you. You're the problem. No, I'm not going to be putting up with a whole bunch of bullshit. Okay. I am not that girl. If you are too unstable for me, you ain't got to be perfect, but you ain't going to be competing with me, lying on me, spread my damn business, which is what a lot of women has did. And I don't have time for that shit. So I feel where Buffy is coming from. So they got another girlfriend code of the don't disrespect the husband in front of his wife's presence or whatever. We all know that was Simone's ass. Girl, bye. We got guilty ass Mariah doing a drug sample, doing a hair sample test because we have Quad and Toya talking at the table, and basically Toya is just like, was there anything that, I could do to kind of get you and Mariah kind of back on the same page? You guys may not be best friends, but you could at least be cordial. And do you think you're going too far with the whole drug thing? I love how Quad stood in her shit and said, hey, I'm not apologizing for what I saw. And let me say this, Quad did not come for Mariah in a low down way. Like I told you all, Mariah started that shit and she can't finish it, but she's acting so guilty because they showed she did a little drug test like a month before, And it's just like, why are you going out of your way to prove something that's not true? And why are you doing it now? She accused you of doing this years ago. So of course your test may come back, it may come back, look at me saying positive. It may come back negative now, of course, because you probably don't do that no more. But she is trying to prove her innocence just so hard. And the more you do that, the more you point the finger at your own self, the more you are making yourself look guilty. I already know you did it just by how you showed your ass on this whole episode. I like how Quad told Toya, y'all coming at me at this one thing I've said, but what about the millions of things that Mariah has said about me? And I am with fucking Quad. And Toya was quiet. Toya, you just want to be up Mariah's ass because ain't nobody else checking for your ass on this show. Contessa damn near don't like you. Jackie and Simone tolerate you. Heavenly don't like your ass. Mariah ain't got nobody either, So it's just like, girl, bye. You done fucked up, right? You that you done fucked up. Okay? Mariah, you's a liar. Mariah, you fucked up when you got back on the bus with these girls and out of the blue, just like I said, you guys, at the beginning of this video, okay? She brought up the drug allegations again. You cannot bring that much attention to yourself, I'm sorry, without looking guilty. And I know a lot of you will say, well, it's drug allegations, and that could really mess up her brand. Come on. Let's be honest. A lot of motherfuckers snort that goddamn coke. Not all people do it, but I think a lot of them people, celebrities, they did it. And it is what it is. Nobody will... I don't think some people may judge her on that, but if you did it, you did it. And then if you didn't do it, stop defending it so hard. To me, that's where the guilt is coming from. And then Quad is saying, I'm not taking back what I'm saying. You have had erratic behavior in the past because they showed her, y'all remember she broke that damn glass and was going to try to come for Heavenly. She was trying to make a shank. My girl Heavenly jumped in and was like, I believe you did it. I believe you did it. That shit was so motherfucking funny. And I think Heavenly really does believe that. I think, though, she's been saying, she regrets saying that and she wants to kind of stay out of the Quad and Mariah beef. But at the end of the day, you believe what you believe. And, her and Quad is real cool right now, And then I think aside from her and Quad being really cool, Mariah has did so much lying on Heavenly and accusing her husband of cheating on her. Heavenly really didn't like that shit. And it's just like, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You can't go around telling lies and false allegations on people. And then when people come with your shit, you want to play the victim and shit. And that's what Quad was calling that bitch out on. And I had nothing but, motherfucking respect for it. And I'm with Dr. Contessa. Dr. Contessa is just like, I'm kind of sick of this shit between Quad and Mariah. I don't want no parts of it. Stop asking us about it. Stop asking us to defend you about it. Like, you can't just tell people how they should feel. And to me, that is very manipulative of Mariah. You Mariah fans now, come on, pay attention to this shit. She's trying to tell people how to think, how to feel. We don't know, ma'am, if you would ever do drugs. You may have did it. I mean, and if you have, who cares? Or if you haven't, who cares? Contessa gets off the bus. She's disgusted with the situation. You got Heavenly and Toya going back and forth. And Toya talking this bullshit. Oh, well, you know, you better shut your ass up. Toya telling Heavenly, you ain't have nothing to do with nothing. You should have kept your damn mouth shut. They going back and forth. Toya, I don't think you want it with Heavenly. Yo, goddamn, them big ass teeth you got in your mouth. Toya got some goddamn choppers in her mouth, y'all. Okay, damn mouth can barely close because all them goddamn teeth she got up in that bitch. And then you bringing up your mother and, you know, my mother would. Because I think Heavenly said, your mother, bitch. Y'all know that's Heavenly's go-to. And Toya was like, but my mother went to this certain school. And Toya, it's a lame read. Don't nobody care what school the bitch went to. That don't, just because you go to a certain type of school don't mean you got hands and you about that life. Shut your ass up. The ladies get locked out of the damn house. You know, they can't even get in the house. Mariah's still talking that shit about how everybody should have her back. She ends up crying her motherfucking eyes out, calling that simp ass husband of hers Aiden. Toya walks in, tries to calm Mariah down and tries to calm Aiden down. It's a mess. But Lakeisha, whatever you fuck your name is, you are making yourself look more guilty. Jackie and Contessa are talking. Jackie says, like, they are just two groups of friends. And that's just what it is. More people will bond with this group. More people will bond with that group. It is what it is at this point, Jackie. You did all you could to bring these heifers together. But Miss Mariah, honey, she had to make everything about her. Her and Toya go for a walk. And she's still trying to plead her case. And sis, you just need to let this shit go. All right, you guys, that's all I have to say about Married to Medicine. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out later.